You ever feel like sports betting is just this wild, all or nothing emotional roller coaster? Well, what if there was another way? A calm, disciplined, low stress system that's less about chasing that one huge thrill and way more about building consistent, weekly wins. Today, we're going to break that exact system down. Let's get into how it works.
So here's the plan. We'll kick things off by changing our whole mindset. Then, we'll dive into the simple 2% goal that drives everything. I'm going to walk you through the Sunday to Saturday action plan step by step, cover the one rule you just can't break, and finally get to the real payoff. And trust me, it's so much bigger than just the money.
All right, first things first, we have to completely reframe this whole thing. This isn't about that frantic, nail-biting energy of gambling. It's about shifting gears and putting on the cool, calculated mindset of an investor.
And this slide really says it all, doesn't it? Over on the left, you've got the gambler. They're all emotion, chasing that rush, throwing down those hero bets, hoping for a miracle. But on the right, that's the sports investor. Disciplined, methodical, and totally focused on small, achievable wins. This system we're talking about, it is built 100% for the investor. So, how does an investor actually do this? Well, it all comes down to one incredibly simple, powerful target that controls the entire week.
That's it, 2%. This is your one and only job for the entire 7-day cycle. We're not talking about 10%, not 20, just a simple, steady 2% growth on your bankroll. That's the whole target.
And the real beauty here is just how simple it is. I mean, when you have a single, crystal clear goal, it just erases all the guesswork, right? It cuts out all that emotional decision-making. Your entire mission is just to hit this number and then stop.
So why only 2%? Because this entire system is designed to harness the incredible power of compound interest. It's that classic snowball effect. Every week, that little gain gets rolled back in, which means the next week's 2% target is just a tiny bit bigger. It might not seem like much at first, but over time, those tiny wins, they stack up in a huge way.
All right, enough theory. Let's get practical. How does this actually work? Day to day. Here is the weekly action plan that lays it all out.
Okay, so the week always runs from Sunday to Saturday. It kicks off on Sunday. You place the day's bets using the exact percentages given. Now, if those bets get you to your plus 2% goal for the week, you're done. Seriously, you close the apps. If not, no big deal. You just recalculate your new bankroll total and you do it again on Monday. The absolute key is this. The second you hit that 2% target, I don't care if it's Sunday afternoon, Tuesday morning, or Friday night, you stop immediately until the next Sunday.
I know, 2% sounds pretty small. So let's actually put some real numbers to it so you can see how this compounding really works week after week. Okay, check it out. You can see that snowball starting to roll right here. Let's say you start with $1,000. Your goal for week 1 is just $20. The moment you hit 1,020, you're done for the week. Then for week 2, you start with that new total, and your 2% target is now a little bit higher, $20.40. See, it's a small, steady climb, but the key is it's always moving up.
Now the math here is simple, but actually doing it, that means you have to beat the single biggest opponent in any system like this, your own emotions.
And let's just be really direct about this. The system is solid. It's human nature that gets in our own way. This part right here is the make or break element, and it has absolutely nothing to do with picking winners and everything to do with emotional control.
You're going to run into two main traps. First, when you have a great day, the temptation to get greedy is going to be huge. You'll start thinking, why stop at 2%? Let's push for 4. Then you've got the opposite trap. After a losing day, that powerful urge to chase your losses with bigger, riskier bets, it's going to be screaming at you. Both of those temptations will absolutely destroy the system.
So, let me be crystal clear. These rules are totally non-negotiable. First, you stick to the percentages provided. No, just this once, no exceptions. Second, you recalculate your bankroll every single day if you haven't hit the goal. And third, and this is the big one, you absolutely must stop the second you hit your 2% target for the week. That discipline, that's the secret ingredient.
Look, if you can master that discipline, the financial rewards, they'll come. But there is a much, much bigger prize here, and it has nothing to do with your bank account. It's about getting your life back.
Just look at this. The time you actually spend placing bets is tiny. I mean, if you hit your goal on Sunday, which is totally possible, you literally get 6 full days back. That huge slice of the chart, that's your time, reclaimed.
And what do you do with that reclaimed time? Well, you can actually be present with your family and friends. You can finally get the focus to work on that side hustle you've been thinking about. You can clear up the mental space for a new hobby. And maybe the best part of all, you get freedom from being glued to your phone, constantly checking scores. You set it, and you forget it.
So, you see, this is ultimately more than just a betting system. It's really a philosophy. It's about choosing steady progress and a balanced life over all that chaotic chasing.
And here's the best part. It's a philosophy that works for everybody. It does not matter if you're starting with $10 or $10,000. The math scales perfectly. The principles of discipline, of consistency, of patience, they are exactly the same. The system just works.
This whole thing is about building something that lasts, one careful week at a time. It's about a community of people who are deciding, hey, we're going to do this differently, and taking back control of their time and their family life in the process.
And that's the beauty of the whole cycle. On Sunday, everything resets. Every single week gives you that same simple goal and a brand new opportunity to build.
And yeah, the system designed to do exactly this is coming very soon. Its name? 41P. Keep an eye out.